It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Buccaneers and the Jags, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. So after the INT, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His throw incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at the 15. And bulldozing his way through. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Bernard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll bring up 2nd down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 48 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit.
Welcome back to TIAA Bank Field on the shores of the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida. You haven't missed too much just yet. We're still in the first quarter and ready for a kickoff. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jaguars getting set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Levante David into the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Be ready next time.
William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
45.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go!
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Ryan Succop for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
To return, here's Agnew. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Turnover. That's what we do.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming. So they called it a touchdown originally. Oh, they pitched to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Gotta find a...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, an 18-yard touchdown run. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there, because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but They need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
It's about that time.
So we have reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Out to his left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Brady now to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense, and now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Rolling to his left. Finding some room at midfield. They find some open field here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
Ryan Succop for the point after. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
This is all time. Let's get after it. Let's go.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on now.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would have...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jalen darted an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Let's make it happen.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he floats one there, incomplete. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base?
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's what I'm talking about.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come.
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one. Suck up for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lawrence on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point try now for Succop. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.